All right, Mom. Hopefully it works. What's that? She's here? Oh, yeah. She likes you. Are you okay with dogs? Okay. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I was like stressing about the stupid technology when you came in. So just the Zoom. I couldn't figure out if my mic was working. It was giving me anxiety. So I was not very welcoming. I'm sorry. Hi, friends. Hi, Bailey. Get your batoot in here. Oh, it was good, yeah. How was yours? Good. Did your baby get lots of new toys? All right. Everybody is. Okay. Are you off work? 10 or so. You off work this week? 2 weeks? Oh yeah. Good for you. Then are you guys going to somewhere? Just home. Just oh good. Nice. Some chill time. Really? Good for you. I like it. I like it for you. Hi, yay, Tara. All righty. All right, my friends. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. So schedule as usual today. And then I'm also teaching, let's see, next Tuesday morning is New Year's Eve day. I'll be teaching then, 9:15. And then next Wednesday is New Year's Day. I'm teaching 5 p.m. on New Year's Day, just our regular core restore class, 5 p.m. And then, yeah, the day after the second, I'll be teaching this class and my night class. So, and then I'm going to El Salvador for like for a week or so. So, if anyone wants to come, there's still a couple spots. Just saying. Jane's coming, Kate's coming. Yeah, some of you are going. Who else is going? It'll be good times right on the beach. All right. I think that's mostly all. So that's all I can think of. Yeah. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat if you're not there already. So seated meditation. You're welcome to sit up on a block or on a prop. If you've got a bolster, you can use it. If you like to sit on your sit bones, that's fine. Maybe take a moment and just kind of move, wiggle a little bit. So feel your physicality a little bit more. Notice what you brought with you, how you slept last night, how your spine feels today, your shoulders, your hips. Yeah, and then eventually, no rush, eventually settle into stillness. So hands can rest somewhere in your lap, or maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart. Maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes, or if you want to keep your eyes open, that's okay, but see if you can soften your gaze. So you might even gaze down at the tip of your nose. And then allow whatever you've got going on in your life. So whatever happened yesterday, the excitement, the chaos, whatever it was, let it just kind of fade away, dissolve. Whatever might be going on later today or this week or next week, let it fall away. Just be right here in this room right now. Start to notice your body, really feel not only physical sensations, but also energetically notice how you are. Emotionally notice what's present, what's flowing through. What might be kind of brewing under the surface or what might be really fresh. You don't necessarily have to label emotions. You definitely don't need to go into stories about them in your head. See if you can just feel into the raw sensations in your body. Start to connect with your breath. So if you're a visual person, you might imagine your breath, visualize your breath, see it flowing up and down the length of your spine. See it flowing into your fingers and into your toes. If you're not so much a visual person, maybe you're just feeling into it, the expansion and contraction of each inhale, each exhale. So see if you can make your breath just as important as the physical practice, as the poses that we move through. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. When you think you are full, hold right there and sip in a little bit extra at the top. Open your mouth, great big sigh. Excuse me, sigh, let it out. Ha. Good, just like that, twice more. So inhale, fill up, and take that moment, pause in fullness, take that extra sip, and then open your mouth, sigh it out, cleansing sigh. Ah. And then biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. So like you're waking yourself up from the inside with this great, big, huge breath. Hold. Take an extra sip, maybe even two this time. Sip, sip. And then open your mouth and let it go. Ah, nice job, friends. Seal your lips now and drop into what we call Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi, it's a Sanskrit term, means victorious or vibrant. So this breath, Ujjayi breath, it's powerful, it's big, it's spacious, it's dynamic. You're using the muscles in between your ribs, your intercostals. You're using the muscles in your abdominals. But at the same time, as it's big and powerful and dynamic and spacious, it's also slow and steady and even smooth. So there's no rush in this breath. You can even feel a little pause at the top of the inhale, little pause at the very bottom of the exhale. So if you have never quite connected with Ujjayi breath, if it's never quite clicked for you, that's okay. But stay curious about it. There is something there. If you want to stay here a bit longer, if you want to come back to this place, your seated meditation at any time throughout class, you're always welcome to, just to connect with yourself, to take a moment, return to your breath. If you are ready to now start moving, take your Ujjayi breath with you and come forward to your hands and your knees. So from hands and knees, you can stick with regular cat-cows if you prefer. But if you would like, invitation to come with me for something just a little bit different. So make sure your knees are at least hip-width distance apart, maybe a bit wider. And as you inhale, you'll come all the way forward. So hips towards the ground, big toes touch behind you. Lift your heart, keep your shoulders back and down. And exhale, child's pose. So toes touch behind you, hips to your heels. Big toes together. And come forward, scorpion cobra. So lift your heart, shoulders back and down rather than up next to your ears. And exhale, rock your way back into your child's pose. So back and forth just like that at your own pace. And again, if that feels like a bit much, maybe even just a bit much on your knees or your low back, You can stick with regular cat-cows, totally fine. If it's helpful, close your eyes to go inside. So close your eyes, and rather than wondering if you're doing it right, rather than looking around the room at everybody else, feel your own body, feel your own breath. Slow, steady, spacious. Get curious. Are there little adjustments you can make to be more efficient, to be more safe in your body, to protect your low back as you come forward, to create more space in your hips as you take your butt back? And then as you're ready, my friends, just come back up to a regular tabletop position. So maybe finish the round you're on, and then tabletop, hands and knees. Once again, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart, and we'll move into a thread the needle pose. So right arm out to the right, all the way up as high as you can. Breathe in here. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath you. So reach through and then gently rest down on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head, very lightly. So your shoulder and head are on the ground, but it feels like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, lifting you up. So that connection to your center, feel it. That connection to your breath, use it to create more space. Soften through your face and your jaw, soften through your forehead. If your left hand is behind your back or your left hand is lifted, just bring it back to the ground. And next time you breathe in, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up. Once more, see if you can reach higher. Exhale, right hand down. Downward facing dog pose. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips, take them back. For just a moment, walk out your dog. So going for space and length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. If it feels good to bend your knees, bend your knees. If it feels good to lift to your tiptoes, lift to your tiptoes. Maybe you just play with lifting to your tiptoes and bending your knees a lot, almost like you could pounce forward. And just feel, what does that feel like? How does that feel different? Are you getting something different out of it? What does it feel like to press your heels towards the ground and straighten your legs? When you do that, do you round through your spine? Do you lose connection to your center? So just getting curious. There's not necessarily a right or a wrong, but today in your body, what can you notice? Take one more inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, my friends, gently set your knees back on the ground, tabletop. Make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. Thread the needle with your left arm. So left arm out and up. Inhale here, open. And exhale, thread it through. So as far as you can reach, and then come down to rest gently outside of your shoulder and head. And push down with your right hand. Maybe wrap your right arm behind your back. Any other variation you want to take is welcome. And then every single exhalation, see if you can find a connection to your center. So feel that navel to spine connection as you empty out. Feel your back body expand as you inhale. So if I came over to you and put my hands on your back, I would be able to tell, are you inhaling or are you exhaling? Are you expanding or are you contracting? Soft face, soft jaw, last couple rounds. If your right hand happens to be lifted, bring it back down. And then next inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out, reach it up. See if you can reach even higher. Nice, Christina, left hand to the ground. And then downward facing dog, take it back. So lift your hips. Feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up, tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So like there's this lift that's lifting you out of your shoulders, out of your wrists, out of your hands. Spread your fingers really wide and push into the ground with your fingertips. Almost imagine you're a gecko holding onto a screen door with your fingertips. Nice, Kate. Take one more big inhale into down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, just hang out in your fold for a few breaths. I would encourage feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider for this first one. It will give your hips and your pelvis more space. And then rather than locking out your knees and rocking back into your heels, see if you can do the opposite. Bend your knees, bring your weight more into your toes and the balls of your feet. So if I had a piece of paper and I came up behind you, I wanted to slide that piece of paper under your heels, you could lift them up really, really easily. Feel your core engaged to lift your butt, your sit bones towards the sky. So even if you have a huge bend in your knees, if you're using your core to lift your butt, you're working the stretch in the backs of your legs. Relax your neck. Take one last round right here. Very nice. As you inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, fold. Nice, Jonah. Do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Stick your butt out. Press back through the tops of your thighs and broaden through your sit bones. There's a lot to feel. Exhale, fold, release. This time, take it all the way up. So come through your halfway lift. Keep rising. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Float with your breath. Inhale, high mountain pose. Stretch, lengthen. Hinge at your hips. Stick your butt out behind you. Dive down slowly. So traction out your spine, then fold. Very nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Spine parallel to the ground. Back of your neck is long. Sides of your neck are long. Exhale, fold. From the press of your feet, heart leads, rise. Inhale, take your arms up, maybe gaze up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Nice work. Adding on, inhale, high mountain. Little baby back bend as you exhale. Cactus your arms. Focus on the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Squeeze them together. Puff up your chest. Tilt your chin up. Inhale, re-extend your arms. See if you can feel into neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And then stick your butt out. Heart forward, dive down slowly. Beautiful work. Nice, Jane. As you breathe in, halfway lift. How much length can you create? Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. We're gonna get right into it. So you're in plank position. Side plank, right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or your right knee could absolutely come down to modify. You could also come down to your right forearm like Eric. So please do whatever you gotta do to take care of your body today. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips really, really high. Maybe you reach your left arm forward and feel the length you're creating in your left side. Yes, thanks, Brandy. Breathe. Powerful, dynamic, victorious breath. Maybe lift your left leg up. So float your left leg up. Lift your hips even higher. One last big inhale. Awesome, Rhea. Exhale, slow motion plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Push the ground away. Find your strength. Strong straight line, lower slowly for 3, 2, 1. All the way to your belly. Find Spider-Man Cobra. So bring your hands out to frame your mat. Up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart. Your elbows face the sky. Exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center. Tone your belly. So draw your belly button in and up. Press down through your pelvis. Exhale, other side, twist. Beautiful, nice, Cam. Inhale, back to center on your fingertips. Go one more time each direction with your own breath at your own pace. Feel your shoulders. Feel your front body. Feel your back body, side bodies, lower body. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. You can hold there as long as you like. And however you want to make your transition, downward facing dog, no hurry. Big, spacious breath. All right, from your down dog, Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then open up your right hip. So bend your knee, nice Emma, and see if you can stack your right hip on top of left. So squeeze through your outer right butt cheek. Keep hugging in with your left inner thigh. See if you can lift your right knee just a little higher, active through your right foot. Take one more inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Soft as you can, step forward, low lunge. Nice, Tara. Take your time to rise up. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. All right, strong legs. If you want to modify, you can absolutely bring your back knee to the ground gently at any time. Otherwise, back knee is lifted and your back leg feels just as strong and powerful as your front leg. So energetically, pull front hip back, back hip forward, and that's where you find the strong foundation of this pose. Take one more inhale to reach up high. And as you exhale, grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Your left palm faces towards the right side of the room. Pull your upper body towards the right wall. Keep pulling your right hip towards the back wall. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Breathe down your long left side. Make sure your left bicep is next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Good job. Spacious breath, powerful, victorious breath. One more round. Pull your front hip back, back hip forward. Inhale back to crescent. Nice job. You can release your grip. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Walk your hands over to the long edge, the left side of your mat. Parallel your feet and straighten out your legs so you're in a wide-legged straddle position. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Stick your butt out. Reach the crown of your head forward. If you want an extra challenge, see if you can reach your arms out to both sides like you have big wings. So palms face the ground, nice Bailey. Imagine you're trying to press your heart towards the ground, but at the same time, you're trying to press your arms towards the sky. Feel your strong back muscles engage. Feel your core engage as you stick your butt out. Feel your quads engage. So squeeze the fronts of your thighs. One more inhale. Amazing, everyone. Let it go. Fold. You can go anywhere you want for about 5 deep breaths. So feel free to move around a bit, get curious, or just hang out. Maybe check in. Notice what you feel inside. Anytime you'd like, sigh it out your mouth. See if you can bend your knees. Bring your weight forward, and lift your butt up. Yeah, so focus on squeezing that. Crown towards the ground. Crown. Yeah, lift your butt up. Keep your weight forward. Keep that bend in your knees. Try to squeeze there. So you're stopping yourself with your hands. Yeah, let your core do the work. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes forward. All right. So you're in a low lunge. Listen here. This is a big move. Right foot is going to be your base all the way up to standing staff. So left knee lifts, arms reach up, hug in with your inner thighs and flex through your left toes. Yes, good. So stand tall, stand well. Slow, deep breath. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, figure 4. So outer left ankle, top of right thigh, and swing your arms either back behind you, or if you want, you can bring your hands to your legs. Use them. If you want, you're welcome to explore in your own way. Maybe a forward fold, maybe a twist. If you feel ready for an arm balance, it's in your practice, you want to go there, go for it. So about 3, 4, 5 deep breaths. Keep the flexion through your left toes. So pull your toes back towards your shin. Your ankle is really strong. It's not twisting at all. Really good, you guys. If you are sitting back, Weight is in your heel. If you're folding forward, lift your butt as high as it will go. Breathe. Last couple of rounds. Good work. Nice focus. Slowly see if you can come back to standing staff. So if possible, stay balanced on right foot. Inhale here. Extend left leg forward if you want to. Try not to lean back. So press through your heels. Use your lowest, deepest abdominals. Low lunge, slow motion. So fingers and toes touch at the exact same time, maybe. And then from your low lunge, listen here. Bring your back knee down gently. Three-legged tabletop. So right leg back. Three-legged tabletop. From your three-legged tabletop, take your left arm forward so you're in a spinal balance. Rather than a smiley face shape, feel a strong, straight, powerful line. So gaze down, draw your belly button in and up, square off your hips, inner thighs face each other. Press with your back foot like you're trying to stomp it on the back wall. Take one more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out, round your spine like you're moving through molasses, slow motion. Inhale, long, strong, powerful, re-extend. Nice. Exhale, elbow to knee, round, hollow out, spinal flexion. Inhale, lengthen. This is your last one. Elbow to knee, exhale, all the way to emptiness. Nice, breathe. Inhale, reach. Now listen, exhale, left arm reaches towards the back wall, right knee bends. You can absolutely stay here if this feels like enough. Otherwise, push down with your right fingertips, lift your heart. So not just your head, but your heart. Maybe grab hold of your foot or your ankle. Once you've got it, hug in with your inner thighs. Whoa, that was so loud. Sorry. And kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot. See if you can still breathe. Big, deep breaths all the way down to your belly. Support your low back by drawing navel to spine. Protect your low back. One last round. Beautiful work, friends. And slowly let it go. Spinal balance. Inhale, neutral spine. Reach long. Exhale, lower down. Nice work. Bring your forearms to the ground. Setting up for dolphin pose. You want your elbows shoulder width distance apart. Shoulder width distance apart with your elbows. And then forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide. Press through thumbs and index, especially if you take this variation. Otherwise, you can make a tripod with your hands as a modification. Relax your neck. Before you go into dolphin, my friends, see if you can just tuck your toes under and lift your knees about an inch off your mat. So just an inch above the ground. And as you lift your knees, I want you to feel your core engage. I want you to feel your strong shoulders. So push down with the belly of your forearms, hug in with your upper arms. Then use your core to lift your butt as high as you can. Walk your toes in as close as you can to your elbows. So you can bend your knees a lot. You can lift to your tiptoes, walk your toes closer. Lift your hips higher. As you lift your hips higher, see if you can press your heart towards the back wall. Stay where you are at, or if you want to, lift your right leg to the sky. Nice job. Press up with your right foot. So right leg strong and powerful. Use your right leg to take weight out of your upper body. Last couple of breaths. If you feel like taking little hops, go for it. Soften through your face. Unclench your jaw. I know this is a hard pose. You are so much stronger than your mind wants you to think you are. Last big breath. Nice. And bring your right foot down. Bring your knees down. Sit back and rest. Child's, embryo, or heroes. So heroes is just kneeling meditation. Embryo is arms reach back, palms face the sky, or you could grab your heels if it's available. Big deep breath. All that energy inside of you, feel it. Feel yourself as an energetic being. Come back to Ujjayi if you've lost it, slow and steady and spacious. Downward facing dog. All right. Again, inhale your right leg to the sky. So still with our right leg. Open your right hip again. And then only if you want to, option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Lift your hips and lift your heart. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Good. Feel your back muscles hug around your spine. If you are in the back bend, one more big inhale. Come back. Three-legged down dog. Everybody, square your hips off. So right leg reaches high, but hips are square. Can you feel the difference? Take one more inhale, strong and powerful. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space. Low lunge. From low lunge, standing splits, left leg lifts. So just like a one-legged forward fold, lift your left toes as high as they will go. Yes, very nice. Relax your neck just like you would in a forward fold. You could wrap your right arm behind right leg, hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, behind knee, and then use that press arm into leg, leg back into arm. See if you can fold deeper. See if you can lift your left toes higher. See if you can get them to spread. Take one more inhale. Forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Set your left foot down. Give your right leg a little shake out if it needs it. Maybe pedal out your heels. Ujjayi breath. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet. Take it all the way up. Big stretch at the top as you inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right. Inhale, high mountain. Standing back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs. Inhale, re-extend. See if you can feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Stick your butt out, hinge at your hips as you exhale, slow dive down. Feel your center, connect to it, move from that place. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, pause, side plank, left hand this time. Left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot, or maybe your left knee comes down, maybe your left forearm comes down. So take care of yourself however you need to. Lift your hips to get out of your shoulder and your wrist. So if you feel like your body weighs 1,000,000 pounds and it's all in your wrist, lift your hips and use your strong left side abdominals to do the work. Reach your right arm forward, lengthen your right side. Thanks, Christina. Maybe float your right leg up. And as you do so, lift your hips even higher. Awesome, Pam. Beautiful poses, friends. One more big inhale. Thanks, Emma. Exhale, plank or modified. Slow motion, top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away. Find your strength first. Strong straight line all the way to your belly. You take any back bend, any heart opener you want to, anything that would feel good to you. Give yourself a moment, maybe look to one side, then the other, move a little bit. And then eventually, just find your way to down dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And then peel your hip open. So bend your knee and reach it out and up. Squeeze through the outside of your left butt cheek. Hug in with your right inner thigh. So a lot of us like to just kind of sink into our outer right hip. Hug in with your right inner thigh and stay connected to your center. One more inhale, lift, open. Exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. and step through softly, low lunge. Nice job. Rise up, crescent lunge. Take your time. Nice, Brandy. So front hip draws back, back hip draws forward. So what you are doing, you're plugging the femur bones into your hip sockets. You're making your lower body strong, building your strong foundation. Your upper body then can grow into your expression. One more inhale as you reach high. As you exhale, grab hold of your right wrist, turn your right palm towards the windows, and pull your upper body, tug your upper body towards the left side of the room. Keep pulling your left hip towards the back of the room, and your back hip draws forward. So you're squeezing through your inner thighs, hugging towards midline, and then feel that length all the way down your right side. Make sure your right shoulder is plugged in so it's back and down. Breathe, big, spacious breath. Puff up your right rib cage. One last round. Beautiful. Inhale back to crescent. Release your grip. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Come to a halfway lift position. And if you'd like, see if you can reach your arms out again like you have great big wings. And see if you can find a neutral spine. So feel your core engage as you reach your butt back. Feel your quads engage as you straighten your legs. So quads are the front of your thighs, back of your neck is long. Press your heart down and your arms up. Take one last inhale. Beautiful work, my friends. Let it go. Exhale anywhere you'd like to take this for a few rounds. So you can do what you did before. On the other side, you can try something totally different. It's up to you. Just make sure you stay right here. So rather than going somewhere else in your mind, I know it's tempting. Your mind will always try to distract you. It's just what it does. Looks for something more interesting. You just got to remind it, hey, we're right here. We're doing yoga. We're just breathing, just feeling, just being with our body. That's all it is. And that's the yoga. That's the practice. Just presence, paying attention. Last couple of breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Good job, Brandy. Come to your halfway lift with your next inhale. Fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as much as you need. And then crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Okay, here's that big movement. Root into your left foot. We'll come all the way up, standing staff, top of your mat. Right knee lifts, arms reach. Flex your right toes back towards your shin, dorsal flexion. So even your little baby pinky toe, see if you can get it to flex back. Take one more inhale. Figure 4 or a one-legged chair. So sit back, arms can swing back, or maybe hands to your legs. Use them as gentle leverage, or maybe hands to blocks or the ground, forward fold variation, maybe a twist, maybe even an arm balance if you've been working on one. If you're sitting back, weight is primarily in your heel and your butt, both sides of your butt, both sit bones are reaching back. So you're not sinking to one side or the other. Good. Yeah, keep that dorsal flexion through your toes. Keep your ankles strong, like it's in an ice skate or a ski boot, so it can't twist. Last couple of rounds. Nice, Cam. Good work, everybody. Nice breathe. See if you can slowly come back to standing staff. Maybe staying balanced. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend right leg if you want. Try not to lean back. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land with fingers and toes at the exact same time, maybe. And then once you've landed in low lunge, bring your back knee down gently. Unthread your left leg. So you'll be in a 3-legged tabletop with your left leg reaching back. Take your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. Rather than letting your belly drop down, draw your belly button in and up, and it should almost feel like you're puffing up through your low back. Gaze down, back of your neck is long. Palm faces in like you're going to shake somebody's hand. One more in breath. Exhale, elbow to knee. Slowly curl in and hollow out. Inhale, re-extend. Powerful. Strong straight line. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through honey. Slow motion. Beautiful work. Inhale, get long, strong, powerful. Last time. Elbow to knee underneath you all the way to empty in your breath. Good, Eric. Inhale, reach. Now moving towards our half bow variation. Reach your right arm back. Bend your left knee. Heel towards your glute. You can stay here or lift your heart, grab hold of your foot or your ankle, hug in with your inner thighs to protect your low back. So try not to shoot your left knee out to the left, hug in. Breathe down into your belly and lift your heart, not by lifting your head, but by using your back strength, back mobility. Open through the front of your heart. Last big deep breath. Good job. Let it go. Spinal balance. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tabletop. Come down to your forearms one more time. Set up for dolphin, but don't go into it just yet. So set up your arms really intentionally. Elbows no wider than your shoulders. If your forearms are parallel and your palms face down, focus on pressing into thumbs, index fingers, and inner wrists. I know they want to lift. If you want to modify, you can take a tripod with your hands instead. Relax your neck, and as you relax your neck, make sure your head doesn't touch the ground. So press into your forearms, hug in with your upper arms, curl your toes under, lift your knees just an inch or so off the ground first. So hover and feel your core, feel your shoulders. Now lift your hips as high as you can. Lift, lift, lift. Walk your toes towards your elbows. You can bend your knees. You can come up to your tiptoes. Nice, Tara. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Stay where you're at. Good, Brandy. Or left leg to the sky. Keep pressing your heart towards the back of the room. Keep lifting your hips by using your strong core. Keep breathing. Awesome, Cam. Last couple of rounds. You got this. Soften around the pose. You're stronger than your mind wants you to know. Last big inhale. Sigh it out your mouth. Left foot down, knees down. Take a moment, take a rest. So child's embryo or hero. Be a couple open mouth sighs. Ah. And downward facing dog. All right, inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, so bend your left knee, peel it open. Stay right here, or option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you, nice and easy. Left arm reaches forward. Yes, nice breathe, nice Jane. Lift your heart, lift your hips, breathe down into your belly. Feel your strong back muscles hugging around your spine. Beautiful, Pam. One last big inhale, those of you in the back bend. And then come back to a three-legged down dog, and everybody square off your hips. So feel the difference. Your left hip now faces down, slightly back. Inner thighs face each other. One more in-breath. Exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step forward super softly. Standing split. So left foot roots down, right leg lifts like a one-legged forward fold. That's all it is. Lift from your center. So rather than sinking into your outer left hip, hug in with your left inner thigh. Feel your core, relax your neck. So if you're using your core, you don't need to look forward and you don't even really need your hands on the ground. Your core is helping you balance. Lift your right toes and spread them. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Set your right foot down. You can give your left leg a little shaky shake if you want. Pedal out your heels. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. Toes wider than your heels. And come down into a low squat, Malasana. So if possible, keep your heels on the ground. Elbows to your inner knees or inner thighs, hands to heart center. If this is too much, you can stay up higher. Hands on the tops of your thighs with your feet maybe framing your mat. If you're down in Malasana, option to play around with cat-cowing your spine and see how it changes what you get out of the pose, where you feel it, how you feel it. If you can keep your heels on the ground, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Notice if you tend to roll onto the inner edges of your feet, press into the outer edges as well. Take a couple more big, deep breaths. All the way down into hips and pelvis. All right, I'm gonna give you a few options. So option one, plant your hands, step back, move through a vinyasa in your own way. Meet back in child's pose. Option two, plant your hands, play with crow pose. So play for a moment, crow pose, then put your feet down, step back, work your way through a vinyasa. Meet back in child's pose. Last option, crow pose. So playing with crow pose and then maybe into a jump back with bent elbows, chaturanga arms. So only if you want to play with a jump back, you do not have to. You can absolutely skip all of that and just go straight back to child's pose. So take your time. You do you, and eventually find your way back into your child's pose. No rush. Once you are there, just hang out, breathe, feel. Ah. Nice job, friends. All right, if you're not already there, next couple of breaths or so, start your journey back to child's pose. After a couple grounding breaths or a couple more grounding breaths in your child's pose, downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, reconnect to your ujjayi. So use your breath, power you through the rest of your practice from the inside. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. You're welcome to take it back up to three-legged dog or fall in triangle. Extend your right leg through. So press into the outer edge of your right foot. Lift your left arm. Maybe even reach your left arm forward. Lift your hips higher. Take one more inhale if you're in fallen triangle. Exhale, left hand down, and everybody's three-legged dog, right leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. We're aiming for your armpit. Inhale, three-legged, extend and lengthen. Now listen. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down gently. So right knee nice and wide. Pull your right hip back and up rather than sitting into your hips. So especially if you are somebody that can naturally just plop your butt on the ground, try not to do that. Try to stabilize, plug the femur bone into the hip socket. Yeah, nice, Brandy. And even feel that little connection to your center. So rather than feeling like you're letting go through your belly, draw your belly button in and up, that little tone. Bow forward and breathe. Big, spacious breaths. Anytime you want, side out your mouth. Take about 3, 4 more rounds. Maybe visualize your breath moving down into your hip, creating space or softening the muscles there. All right, last exhale. Take it all the way to empty and then start to lift your upper body. We will come into a seat. So you can get there your own way, or you can just ease your way, let your hips open and ease your way onto your outer right butt cheek. Swing your left leg around. Take both legs out in front of you and give them a nice little shaky shake. All right, draw your right knee in and step your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Your left leg can stay extended, or if you want, you can bend your knee and bring your left heel towards your right glute. But whichever variation you take, try to keep both sit bones on the ground. Hug your knee in and puff up your chest. If your leg's extended, flex through your left toes. Take your right arm up. Everybody inhale, reach, and exhale, twist. Right hand comes down behind you. You can stay here, or you can use your left arm, maybe latch your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, or if there's any other way you want to take this pose, feel free. You might gaze back over your right shoulder. Try not to put too much weight in your right hand, so just use your right hand to help you sit up taller. Broaden through the front of your shoulders, collarbones. Breathe down into your belly. Good. Take just about 2, maybe 3 more breaths. Bottom of your next exhale, ever so slowly unwind your upper body and bring your hands off the left edge of your mat for just a moment. Take a little bow. So round your spine, your right butt cheek can lift. This should feel good. Breathe down into your low back. All right, and then lift back up. We're gonna move into either double pigeon fire log pose or cow face pose. So I'm gonna give you a couple options. First option is right shin stacked on top of left, like so. So not with your foot inside your calf, but your outer ankle on your inner knee. So for some people, it might look like this, and that's okay. If this is what it looks like, you're gonna sit up really tall, and this is your pose. Second option, if your knee is level with your hips, you can fold forward, reach your butt back and your heart forward. So not rounding like this, really small, but I'm trying to reach my butt back and lengthen, then fold. Or cow face would be right knee on top of left knee and feet flexed. And then with my arms, only if you want to add arms, Left arm on top of right. Maybe you can get that clasp and then you can fold forward. If the arms seem like there's something extra that's not helping at all, let go of the arms. So any of those variations, or if none of them interest you, instead, you can come all the way down onto your back and take a figure 4 on your back, or a cow face on your back as well, grabbing hold of your ankles or the outer edges of your feet. So lots of options. You choose. All of those options, you've got strong ankles. So your ankles aren't twisting or sickling. Yes, good. Good awareness. Big deep breaths. So notice, are you tensing up? Are you waiting for the pose to be over? Or can you just be with it, soften around it? Ah. If you're in cow face with your knees stacked and you want more, see if you can bring your shins closer to parallel with the front edge of your mat. Take about 2, maybe 3 more breaths. And if you are in a variation where you are folded forward, bottom of your next exhale, just roll up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And then everybody lean back to uncross your legs. If you're on your back, join us in a seat again. So lean back, uncross your legs, give them a little shaky shake. Maybe take a couple windshield wipers with your legs. And this, my friends, is going to be totally just for fun. And if you have no interest in even trying it, that's fine. Maybe you can just laugh at me or the people around you as we give it a go. So this is called 8 angle pose. It's an arm balance. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back, and then I'll show you what it looks like from the front. So if I'm sitting as you guys are sitting, I'm going to take this right leg and I'm going to bring it almost like it's a backpack and try to put it on my right shoulder. So I'm going to try to get it as high as I can, almost like I want it on me like a backpack. So that's about as high as I can get it. And my right hand's coming down. I'm going to squeeze my arm with my leg so it stays there. And then I'm going to bring my other foot up. So I'm bringing my foot on top of my ankle. And I'm going to do chaturanga with my arms at the same time as I extend my legs out to the side and squeeze this tricep. Stick my butt out using my strong core. So it will look like this as I go into it. It all has to happen simultaneously. So I'll show you what it looks like from the front. With my other leg. So get as high as you can. And then right here, other ankle on top. This might be as far as you get today, and that's fine. Otherwise, you just kind of have to swing yourself forward. And see this opposite shoulder over here? Try not to let it roll forward like I'm doing now. Try to keep it plugged in, strong. Squeeze with your legs. That was hard. So if you want to give it a go, I'll do it with you. Right leg up on your right tricep. Put your right hand on the ground, maybe right fingertips. Just keep it in place. Lift your left foot. Bring your left ankle on top of your right. And you kind of flex your toes so they stay together. You latch your legs. And then from here, you're going to propel yourself forward as you extend your legs out and squeeze your arm. Lift your butt, squeeze. Anybody? Sam's almost got it. Yeah, you got it. Squeeze your leg, extend your legs out. Yeah. Yeah. He's just like so strong. You almost got it. I think so. That's silliness, right? Come on, Emma, you can do it. Yeah. And it kind of comes off as you go into it because you've got to like extend. Latch. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then just extend your legs more and your butt will go back more. Okay. Whew. That was stupid. Let's go. Let's do something else. Let's find our way back to down dog. Good job. So however you want to get back to down dog, maybe you come forward, take a few cat cows. Maybe you want to move through your own vinyasa. Eventually, downward facing dog, walk it out. Ah. Good job, friends. All right. Hopefully your wrists still got a little bit left in them. Inhale your left leg to the sky. You're more than welcome to hold here, hang out here, or left knee, right elbow. Falling triangle, so extend your left leg through, nice chain. Outer edge of left foot, presses down, right arm up, right arm forward, lift your hips. So lots of length, one more inhale. If you're in fallen triangle, exhale, right hand down, unthread your left leg, three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, left to left, aim high for your armpit. Yes, inhale, three-legged. Now, everybody, pigeon pose. Bring your left shin forward. Good job. Take your time, set yourself up. Remember, try not to plop down, but pull your left butt cheek up and back. So plug the femur bone in. It feels like you're coming out of it a little bit. I realize that. What you're really doing, you're building the strong structure so it's sustainable. You're not pulling on your tendons and ligaments. You're actually stretching the muscles. You're not sinking into your joints. You're stabilizing them. Take big, slow, deep breaths. Every exhale, see if there's something you can soften. So it doesn't have to be something necessarily physical. Something inside of you just lets go. Maybe it's energetic. Take about 3-4 more rounds. Side out your mouth anytime. And bottom of your next exhale, start to lift your upper body. And however you want to, start to ease your way into a seated position. So you might just plop over onto your left butt cheek, swing your leg around, give your legs a nice little shaky shake. Right leg can stay extended, at least for now. Bend your left knee and step your left foot to the outside of right thigh. So right leg stays extended, or bend your right knee and right foot towards your right heel towards your left butt cheek. You choose. Hug your knee in, sit up tall, puff up your chest. Take your left arm up, breathe in and reach high. As you exhale, twist, left hand comes down. Broaden through your collarbones. Try not to lean back on your left hand and put all your weight there, but instead just use your left hand to help you lengthen. Really, really tall through your spine. Maybe gaze back over left shoulder. Breathe down to your belly. One last deep breath and work your twist. End of your exhale, unwind, bring your hands to the right edge or off the right edge of your mat. Take that little bow, that nice little counter twist. So around your spine, your left butt cheek can lift, and breathe into your low back a lot. And then lift back up. You choose double pigeon or cow face. So remember, left on top of right this time, and either shins are stacked parallel to the front edge of your mat. So not with your feet inside your cast, but outer ankle to outer or inner knee, outer ankle, inner knee. Sit up tall, fold forward, or cow face. If you're going with cow face, left knee on top of right, right arm on top of left. And if you'd rather, you can lay on your back, take figure 4, or even cow face on your back. Wherever you are, make sure you can breathe big, deep breaths. Soften around the pose every exhale. Good, Rhea. Your ankle nice and strong, toes flexed and active. Take about 2 or 3 more. Nice, Emma. If you are in a variation where you're folded forward, very bottom of your next exhale, start to roll up. Head is the very last thing to lift. And everybody lean back, uncross your legs, give them a little shaky shake, windshield wiper a few times if you like. And we'll try our super, super fun arm balance on the other side if you want. So arm balances really, I think they're just more fun. They're challenging, they're playful. So if you have no want to do an arm balance today, no judgment here. So work your left leg up your left arm and then get your left hand on the ground somewhere. So I just bring my fingertips down. That's pretty much all I can do. And you lean over to the right side, get your right foot on top of left foot and latch your feet together. So they're latched together, and then it all has to happen in one simultaneous movement. Chaturanga your arms, extend your legs out towards the windows, and squeeze your left arm with your legs. And try to keep that other shoulder strong. I know it's hard. Yeah. Amazing. I see a lot of people. You guys are in we're in 6 angle pose, almost 8, but good job, you guys. I know, it's like my wrist is feeling it. When you've had enough, when the love is lost, you can do whatever would feel good, shake it out, windshield wiper. Eventually, we're just gonna end up on our back this time. So you can come all the way down whenever you're ready. Lay on your back, maybe a full body stretch, maybe hug your knees in, little rock. Maybe you even just wanna roll your wrists around, reach your arms up, make fists, and just roll it out. All right. Eventually, choose any supine spinal twist you would like to take. Let your knees fall to the right, left arm out to the left. So it could just be simply knees fall to the right. Maybe you're crossing your legs. Maybe one leg is extended. Maybe you're taking a windshield wiper variation. And just give yourself about 5 rounds. Now give your weight to the ground. So try not to hold yourself up, tense up. Let yourself give in and be held. Keep your breath flowing all the way down into your belly, just a little bit longer. Ujjayi. And as you are ready, slowly transition to the other side. So most likely the same variation, but if you want to do something different, that's fine. And when you feel pretty much even with your twist, come back to center. Find a happy baby pose for a few breaths. You can either hold regular happy baby or you can explore it. You could extend one leg like you're pulling a bow and arrow and the other. Maybe both at the same time. Rock side to side. From happy baby, give yourself about 10 breaths to complete your practice with any finishing poses. So maybe there's some sort of inversion. Maybe you just want to rest with your feet together, knees open, or your feet apart, knees together. If you want to go straight into your Shavasana, which is also just fine. As you slowly find your way into your final relaxation, to start to let go of any control or manipulation of your breath. So now just let your body take over, let your body breathe you. Let all your muscles relax, soften. Really just let your body melt to the ground. My thought for you as you just drift off into your Shavasana by Melody Beattie from her book called Journey to the Heart. There is never a time when nothing is happening. Something is always taking place. Growth is occurring. We are evolving, transforming, working things out, incorporating our last lessons, preparing for our next. Something is happening. We just don't always see it. And that's how it's meant to be. When we know too much too soon, it's easy to let our heads get in the way. We think we have to control, have to force, have to make it happen. We have to do something. In a gentle but wise way, the universe takes into account our fears and our natures. It doesn't let us know too much too soon. It doesn't spoil the surprise. Open your heart to the universe and trust that something is always happening. And often it is much different and even better than you think. So these last few moments, friends, just close your eyes, Be in your body, be in your inner space, and trust that whatever needs to happen is happening. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should, whether you know it or not. Just give yourself these last few moments to simply soak it in. Simply be in your body, be with your breath, feel all that energy just flowing through Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just start to slowly wiggle through fingers and toes. Start to slowly come back into your body. And as you are ready, just roll to either side, fetal position, and take a moment there, just curling into yourself. And as you rest on your side, just let your practice really soak in. Maybe even imagine it, visualize it in some way. And using the strength in your arms, ease your way up into seated meditation. Right back where we started. And just sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Gather your hands into your heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. Invitation to close this practice together with one big collective Om. So try not to worry how your voice sounds, no judgment, but just focus on how it feels to use your voice to let it express out your mouth. And see if you can feel it coming all the way down from your belly. So not just up in your throat and your head, but all the way down from within you. So start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if needed. And breathe in your voice, fill up with it. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here, letting me guide you. Namaste. All my friends. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Come back soon.
She's amazing this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah.
Nice to have you. You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.